It's again, it's generally a CT-sided map statistically from what we see, from what you and I have been casting, and then all of you guys out there. I'm sure that you feel the same way. Like, yeah, you generally want to start on the CT side. But here we are now coming in here. It does look as if CHUPAS are going to start on the T side. They've got 2 smokes in hand. It is going to be a pretty default A smoke setup. As I say that though, it does actually look as if it's going to be a fake, because they're only committing a single man right there, dedicating 2 smokes over towards that though, as the rest of the team are going to move over towards short, and they've actually forced the rotation around. They're committing to holding the angles on the A site itself. And with this, they might be able to overpower the B defense, but Boogie gets 2 quick frags, and there's even another man waiting. That's a third one-tap coming out, and all of a sudden, that's just, yeah, that's it. They're completely shut down.
I think that hold from Epoch, where he was standing in the kitchen part of apartments, was enough. And he could have played that even colder, waiting for people to get out, but then obviously he'd sell his mate, which isn't the best thing in the world to do. 1-0 anyways, and CHUPAS with a very advanced strat still go out of that one, countered by the fact that PopcornPlokkers were so far ahead by their CT play, and their offense as well was very massive. Heavily massive. Using that word.
So good. Because you can always sort of just drag it out of context really, really far. Okay, that's a good tag with the Desert Eagle onto Vortex. Yeah, down to 39 HP. Makes him essentially a one-shot here. Nade actually comes through, but it's a little bit overthrown. Not going to do any damage. No connection. Going so slowly through mid. Making a little bit of noise right now, as you can see that the man in jungle, he actually steps away. The bomb is already, pardon me, it's actually still all the way back there over towards short, so it is going to be Sounds who goes back and recovers that, but they have control over jungle. Adams made some progress over towards short itself with the Desert Eagle in hand, so he does have the reach.
It feels like they have the idea. They've got the idea where their enemies are, where they're hiding, where they're going to be coming from. Podus has been spotted, 39 HP remaining. Vortex is kind of countering him from going out to CT. Ponkus gets a frag on Shinshin, and they push down into T spawn, to the T side of the map so quickly, the CT, so they get that first information. They always know that, well, mid is going to be the central area of the Ts right now, and they work.
And as well, really good plays here from Desmond, because you can see that the way he moves is that he isolates them into a 1 versus 1 situation all the time, so he doesn't have to engage multiple targets at any given point in time, which is such a great way to play it off like that when you're isolated on
taking advantage of the map.
Yeah, just playing behind the boxes right now, because he knows the pistol struggled with penetration. Not a single kill on the board for CHUPAS. I know we're only 2 rounds in, guys, but this doesn't bode very well for them. Obviously, we'll see.
It doesn't set a very loud tone.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be one where they sort of... They're most certainly in a low key at this point. Obviously, as we swing into the real gun round, coming up onto this one, that's where we're really going to have to see, in what shape or form they're going to start develop, where they're going to start developing, a game plan and then putting that into motion. Because right now, again, they're not really finding anything. They're going to try to attempt this boost, jumping up over. There's an MP9 waiting for him. Just completely shuts him down.
I like that as well from the player. Who was it? Was it Vortex, who just stays there, waits for another player to get boosted instead of going out in middle to take that duel, not knowing if there's anyone on top of middle or on short, for example. He's very cautious of what might be happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just showing them a fair amount of respect.
Yeah, they are.
And I think not overextend.
And I think it goes their way, a very long way actually. Sansa now with the first frag of the game for CHUPAS. It's not gonna do a whole lot. Let's take a look at the scoreboard quickly again. I just love seeing that. Or actually, obviously, it sounds bad when you say you love seeing that, but it's just
a cheeky 1 at the top.
Cheeky 1. Well, you know what would be...
Hey.
If nothing happens now, that would be...
It's definitely one of those situations, you always have that friend like, shut up, I have more kills than you. It's like, 1.
Yeah, 1 kill. He's that one guy now.
God.
Sansa, dude.
Like, oh my god, you guys are so shit. You need to stop playing, guys.
Now, finally, I can start flaming that I'm on top of the scoreboard. Ponkus, anyways, with the MP7, aware of the fact that, well, there might be people down here. But again, does what he's done, I don't know how many rounds in a row now, decides to go for that push and stays on top.
Ooh, okay. He might
vase.
be able, this might punish him. Okay, he tags him in the shoulder a little bit right there.
But he realized there was an AK-47 anyways and decided to back off a little bit. And they've got, oh, I like the hold that they have there. It's sad it doesn't go all the way for the offer in question as a CT Shinshin anyways. The AK last one alive. And again, you have this scenario where PopcornPlokkers, they go for that very quick offense at the beginning of round to then back off, do what they need to do. And they stay on the side of the map that they need to stay on as well. They know that bomb is dropped. There's no way in the world CHUPAS are going to win this round unless they spot that player somewhere close to where that bomb is. So they're just holding off that area. Yeah, it's a solid way of not overextending, because usually you see that happening.
Yeah, it does look as if CHUPAS is, pardon me, Shinshin's just going to, you know, hold on to this AK pretty much. And
oh, this meeting.
Okay, never mind. As I said, he might just run into the MP9 here.
Oh, he hears him. And it's free cash, obviously, because it's an MP9. Right. So 3 kills with the MP9 against a gun round, and he makes, I don't know, that I shouldn't do math on stream.
$1,800.
Yeah.
$1,800.
So
10,000 in the bank, boys.
I think that says enough about
cash money. He could drop an AWP here for Vortex if he wants to. And it's on the ground. I'm not sure who bought that, but they were juggling a couple of guns.
And they're making bans.
Nonetheless, 4 rounds up now. Not looking great here for CHUPAS. Same kind of scenario as we had that on Inferno. What do you think they need to change, right? Obviously, this is going to be a pistol round where they have
the pistol rounds are hard to...
They have the odds stacked against them. But if something happens, we'll comment on it, right? But for now...
I think just for the next rifle round that they have, to utilize...
Okay, this is a thing.
Yeah, this is a thing, and it's... Oh, it works so well. Picks up that AWP. Now in CT.
Yeah, this is a really good tempo play. He comes on through, gets the kill on Dezon. And now he's going to switch up his angle, hold towards Kitchen, see if one man decides to rotate in. He's still playing deep on the side, but he's actually not going to win as Shinshin comes through CT, gets the kill, and now all of a sudden, Epoch is the last man standing. They haven't actually lost a single member on this round. Perfect play coming through there from Adam. That was so sick.
Epoch gets one though, but I'd say go for the save. Even though they have the best amount of money, they could really use that save in the future, I think. The game he realizes he doesn't have much of a chance. Sanson comes in though, ruins that entirely 4-1. But it's a first round for CHUPAS as well. Like seeing it.
I'm curious. I have a question for you here because I think there's a certain point in the game, right, where you sort of have to make that decision. It's better for me to end up losing my rifle as the lone CT, but if I can get like 1 or 2 kills because he hurt the economy of CHUPAS so much, or do I try to hold on to the gun? Like, where do you think that line is drawn?
I think that line is drawn right here, right now, because the money situation wasn't too good looking. You can see how he's at $300 or $400 after getting a frag right there, Vortex. So, and that's after reinvestment. So it's worth it if you have enough money to go for another round.
Like this now, though.
Yeah.
So you think he should have tried to like go aggressive, hold, try to get people on the exit?
No, another round after that, I'd say. After this round, that would be.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
that's when you know. That's when you know you're safe economically. Otherwise, there's always this element that you might be in a underhand, if you were, under advantage.
Shot comes straight through those planks. Tags him right in the head. And he's going to readjust his shot, take him down. Great move there from Dezon. He's holding the crossover angle right here. If anyone decides to step out into the open, not going to be the case as Sanson takes down Vortex. 3-on-4. Dezon is actually going to be volleyed straight out of his position. He needs to step up, and he almost gets the kill. If he could have traded, that would have been excellent. Ponkus is going to die to Potters here. Now 2 versus 2. Mind you, that the gun is not ready. Boogie will catch Shinshin working that bolt. And now he's the last man standing here. He's got the bomb, 2 flashbangs to work with, and a fair amount of time as well. And I do like this. He's actually going to step on forward to see if he can force the duel, find 1 kill before he goes for the bomb plant. But this might also be very risky. He gets spotted up, and Boogie is going to find the kill, and that's going to be it. 6th round on the board for PopcornPlokker. CHUPAS only still with 1, and this is, again, 3 men on that team, pretty limited in money, but it is going to be the 4 spy. Does make a lot of sense. YTSC does double Desert Eagles here for Potters and Shinshin. And
that round was an important round for both of the teams because both of the teams had the potential of being set back economically. Even worse so, I think, for the CT side, where they only had Dez and all 4K remaining, where the rest of the team had 300 at maximum, I think, 500 maybe. So they win that round. They save a few guns. And now they just need to start building back again. Smoke's going to be landing inside of CPL. Sanzin with that op ready. We'll be getting Vortex. Dazon, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. Dazon, anyways.
Dazon? Yeah.
It's going to just stay in that corner, playing the patience.
Oh, he actually dinks is on his way down right there.
Could have been a kill.
Could have been a kill, yeah. Potus jumps straight on through into jungle. Adam is going to circle in as well to give them additional control. Ponkus does actually push very aggressively, but Santon somehow expecting that gets the kill as well. So that's going to be the second frag for him in this round. And this is a very good start for them. This is where they can make things happen. Mind you, Dazon has only got this MP9 to play with, which means that at range he is going to be relatively limited. And he steps into Potus once more with a second AWP in hand. 2 versus 5. Yeah, this is going to be CHUPAS round. There's no way that PopcornPlokker can bring this one back, so they're just going to fall it back, build the sanctity to the B site, and hold on to as many rifles as they can.
They have a good amount of utility as well for the next round, which is...
Yeah, that's actually true. 4 flashbangs, 1 molly, even a kit. So it's going to be quite nice to save for future rounds here coming up.
There's potentially one duel right here, but it doesn't look like they're willing to take it. And here you have that scenario that I was talking about. Very important round for PopcornPlokker still to start building that bank right there and right now. Instead, they lose that round, and it forces them into a force with the Deagles right there. You can see the UMP on Vortex as well. Spending the cash that they got. I think the only ones really saving here are Epoch and Boogie, who earlier had weapons. They didn't reinvest in any nades, except from Boogie, though, who did.
Yeah, he decided to buy a few additional.
But I think he needed to as well.
How much money do we actually have across the border for the CT side?
Not too much. Equipment value-wise, it's 16K.
I mean, which is decent, right? Like, they have enough firepower here where they can most certainly contest.
They can, yeah.
Some of these longer angles of the map, but obviously stepping out into the sights of an AWP definitely puts them at a certain disadvantage if they don't get the drop on their opponent, of course. But now coming through again, it is going to be a relatively slow round out of CHUPAS where they are looking for those initial peaks from the CTs to punish. But they're not going to find anything just yet. You can see actually that PopcornPlokker is just staying back, playing very passive angles, waiting for the mistakes to happen. That's going to be the first 1-for-1 trade. Epoch expecting them to be dropping down very quickly, but they're actually not going to be pulling the trigger on this one just yet. Now finally one man taps down, but he will go into his death. Epoch doesn't end up falling until he at least tags up 2 more, and you can see he gets the double assist right there, leaving Shinshin as the last man left for CHUPAS, and this is where everything falls apart for them once again.
Yeah, Shinshin, he's got the idea where people are, but not exactly, and I think that's a major issue in this. Yeah, there's 2 players. Ponkus will be going out for the Deagle headshot, and 62. And it looks like CHUPA's approach here is a bit too slow at some stages. You could really see, I think it was when Adam inside of jungle just went crazy with that. What was it that he was playing?
Yeah, he picked up an AWP. He went straight through with a CZ, found the 2 kills.
And you can see when they have the freedom to work fully and actually get out quickly and have that mobility, they tend to play so much better. And I think that's really what PopcornPlokkers are trying to avoid happening as well by being as offensive as they are, is to not allow them to get on to the CT side of the map that quickly, because it gives them that flow.
If you find one of those forward positions, it's really hard for the CT to dislodge a lot of the time, especially if they end up losing a member as a T comes on through.
If a T gets to CT spawn that.
Yeah, okay, this is actually a relatively interesting boost. Don't really see that one all the time. Oh, there it is. Adam tried it again, stepping through the smoke, but Ponkus was actually waiting for it. Yeah, man, 2 ships passing in the night. Sounds like he's going to get up here. A little bit of noise, but no one actually there to hear it. Ponkus is still holding right on the side of connector. If someone decides to step up here, they might get punished for it, but you can see that he is checking for it, and he is going to pre-fire, get the kill. And now stepping out together. There is actually a man down under, and he gets caught out. Dazon with a hand grenade in his hand. He's be ready with his rifle, but yeah, with this, getting caught out. 3 versus 4. Almost lining those guys up. That would have been sick if he hit the 2.
Oh, great Molotov.
Interrupts the bomb
plant. Yeah, the plant doesn't happen. MKN with only 18 seconds now. They're playing that timer. Epoch, getting into the field, gets that kill. The bomb is planted now. Vortex doesn't stand a chance. I don't think so, at least. Actually, he has that smoke. I didn't realize. Also has that off. We see the edge. He doesn't. Yeah. We're spectators. He isn't. That's
so unfortunate, man. Mind you, he did have the player coming through the back lines of CT spawn as well, so you would have essentially ended up getting flanked regardless. So it was still a very tough position to be in. I do like that he attempted to go for the fake, because it did give him a few chances. But we do have a tactical timeout coming through. I think this is a tactical timeout. Could we get a... yeah, okay. It's a tactical. We don't know exactly from what side. I think it might actually be PopcornPlokker calling this one, because we are losing a little bit of momentum as CHUPAS are starting to swing back in. Never mind, that is actually CHUPAS calling this one. I'm getting these live updates sometimes, guys, so you know, if I'm a little bit quick on my heels to make a statement, then obviously I'm retracting that for now.
Take a look at the scoreboard quickly here, just see how the rounds have fell, if we can.
I mean, we have the score right in front of us. You can see it right there.
No, but the scoreboard, so we can see how many rounds in a row.
Ah, yeah, you mean that? Yeah. That's fair. Right.
Because I think CHUPAS have actually gotten in between every second round PopcornPlokkers has won.
Yeah, they've started to sort of get their foot in the door at least, which of course is very important for them.
They're in the hallway, they're about to enter the kitchen, and, you know, slowly working their way through the house, cleaning everything.
Cleaning everything. Got like a little dust.
There it is. Yeah, so it's been back and forth for these last 5 rounds.
Still, you know, with the fact that the past 5 rounds that they've managed to sort of bounce back.
I mean, from 0 kills in the 3rd round, it's not... MKN is still there, but the rest of the gang is definitely...
pulling it a little bit, but I still think it's fine because I feel most certainly in this one he's been getting traded out a little bit harder, which is still fine on the T side. I think it can definitely be a little bit deceiving. A lot of people will go like, hey, look at the stats, this guy's kills, this guy doesn't. But I think people forget that like some of the best players in the world, you know, who play in duos, I would say like Shocks and who's the other guy? It's always Shocks and like NBK, I think. Where you'll always see, you know, those guys like super sick as a duo, and sometimes you'll have that sort of situation where one is always going to get traded out, but he opens things up for his teammate.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the position that MKN has taken now. Honk is going very aggressive, finds 1 kill, but he gets traded out right away. Oh, Desmond was there with a deagle, but he loses his head as well. Now the site is wide open, gets tagged up by that AWP, down to 22, 6 HP, steps on out into the crosshairs of Potus, and this leaves him with only 2 men left standing and pistols in hand. AK trumps pistol, 2017. Pistol trumps AK 2017. Is he Mr. Smith? No, he's not.
Nah. I was expecting him to be, actually. That would have been sick. 64 anyways. CHUPAS right now. Still in that disadvantage when it comes to the score, but PopcornPlokkers are obviously not in shape when it comes to what weapons they're playing. They've got 1 flashbang and a few pistols to make headshots with. What?
Looks as if they're going to go for the mid push. Yeah, because that's...
Or not. No, they actually...
Oh my. Forcing out 2 plays. Spots 1 actually connector, going to take him down. Could have lost there. Stays alive, and yeah, with this, the B side is pretty much wide open.
Has the idea. Adam does too. They're going to be teamwork in this one to at least get a frag. Honkus will be getting Sanson. Getting that off as well. Adam finally getting in there and actually, you know, cleaning up. We were talking, cleaning up the kitchen. That's what they're doing now. CHUPAS need to move on to the living room, though I think that's going to be harder. PopcornPlokker on Vortex. Make that 3 members remaining on the T side as well, just to save some extra money. And they're obviously playing that T side, so it's much cheaper. They're doing a good job, I want to say, coming back into it.
Yeah. Could have definitely been a messy round there as... who was that? Was that Dazon? Or was that Boogie? It might have been like Dazon or Boogie who secured that AWP in apartments. He okay, that was Pocket, okay. Yeah, but he could have definitely made something happen there. I feel as if he had like a decent attempt at the he did try a flick shot on the man planting the bomb. Didn't connect, but imagine if he got that kill. And then he follows that up with a second on the man playing by the pillar. Could have most certainly been their round. So these rounds are still, you know, very close in essence. Flashbang comes on through. Just like us in good fashion, we saw an overpass. Epoch and Ponkus finding 1 kill each. Dezon steps out, but he gets punished. Ponkus is going to reply with an AWP kill of his own. 2 versus 4 now. And this should be PopcornPlokker swinging back in great fashion. And Epoch is going to find another kill. And Potter's trapped on the side himself. And even though he gets a kill, he gets traded out instantaneously. PopcornPlokkers get that round. 7-5 now in the first half.
I am wondering, do you think the King of Banana is watching us?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Maybe not. There's no banana on this map.
No, the King of Banana.
Yeah.
You think he's... Oh, yeah, maybe he's not watching because it's not...
Exactly.
Yeah,
why would he be interested in...
Yeah, he was probably watching Overpass too then.
Maybe.
Because there's a banana on Overpass.
He could.
Yeah. But as soon as he saw Mirage, he was like, nah,
he just closes
I'm not into this. No! How does that happen, Vortex? Alright, he legs him. It's a 14 HP, but...
Yeah. I think it's so funny. It's like, oh, it's a leg, but you can see, like, clearly it's a shoulder shot.
Yeah.
In this game, we just have legs covering our bodies.
That's true.
10 legs.
Hit someone in the head and leg them. Happened to me.
The fact that that happens is just ridiculous.
It happens to me.
Sometimes. Feels bad, man. Anyway, again, they're going aggressive here, but they've actually relinquished control totally over connection. So you can see MKN is coming through the position where you generally see a CT push, and he knows that someone has stepped all the way up there through slope. So he's preparing for himself for that. He's anticipating this kind of move. Potters is controlling jungle as well, so he's just going to step out, and that's going to be Epoch knocked down. Not connecting the shot there. Boogie finally readdresses the shot and gets the kill, but Ponkus is trapped. He's going to get flanked and taken down. And with that, Boogie is the last man left. Volty, CHUPAS are coming back. And they're coming back quickly. What do you think PopcornPlokkers need to change now in order to take the last few rounds remaining of this first half? Because it's not looking great for them.
It's a hard one.
I mean, they could at best make this a 9-6.
That's if they have the money for the next round. I think mainly the offense that they had, the slight offense or the stealthy offense that they had, especially in slope, gave them a lot of information at the early stages of the rounds earlier when they actually won a few. But it feels like they've gotten afraid or are showing too much respect to CHUPAS' way of countering that method. I think it's easy to just do the same thing here for PopcornPlokkers. I see many opportunities for them, especially utilizing flashbangs and other vision blockers like smokes. But they're basically not. They're just not using them right now. This time, the offense comes in on underground where Sanson's ready. Again, one of those areas where if you had a flashbang, that person could have been all widened out and it could have been a frag for you. Yeah, Sanson gets 2 frags, and you could have prevented that just by having a flashbang. So Adam on Vortex, you know, Dizon, whatever the name is, and I think, again, you look at it and you really see that PopcornPlokkers aren't doing much to get that initial first information that they did at the very beginning of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear cut at this point, guys, because you can see CHUPAS just swinging back. They're controlling the game a lot better. They've built this momentum that they're just riding off of, and PopcornPlokkers have tried in a couple of these rounds, but it's been very weak in terms of, you know, the commitment to it. So they end up just getting killed without really trading a lot of the time. In a couple of rounds, it's been very inconsistent, to say the least. Like, because in some rounds they trade very well, in other rounds they just don't trade at all. So this is certainly a map that is very even between both these teams. A great control there from Adam, gets 2 quick kills. He's down to 28 HP, so he's obviously going to be a very ripe and juicy target
From behind. No, oh,
no way.
Vortex!
There it is. Okay. He redeems himself in that moment.
Luckily.
But oh my god, if he would have missed out on that easy kill. Great positioning from Potters now. With both of them coming in from kitchen, AWP knocks down Devon. Should be the hopes and dreams of them. Mind you, the AK is still a one-tap.
Not an ear. It is in air, actually, believe it or not. 8-7. Halftime is here. Moment of silence for.
Hold F to pay respect.
Yeah, hold F to pay respect to people who buy factory new knives, but they look battle scarred.
It's like your knife. Volty getting bamboozled again.
Yeah, every time. Bought a knife for 5K, sold it for 4K.
You're always flexing.
What?
You're always flexing.
Why am I flexing? That's not flexing. That's catastrophic. I bought it for 5K, sold it for 4K.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
But where did you get that 5K initially, huh?
I don't know.
All that esports.
Maybe, no.
All the esports dollars.
Hustle life.
The hustle.
Yeah.
That's true.
Living the hustle of life.
Yeah, so are these guys, by the way. Because they're like.
Or at least, yeah, PopcornPlokkers are now.
I mean, okay, they're only down a single round, right? And they are going to switch over here. So we'll see how that T side comes together. CHUPAS, though, were looking pretty convincing now here. As they started coming alive after the first 4 rounds. It was a bit of a slow start, but then I feel as if once they figured out the way PopcornPlokkers were playing on the rotations and
the pushes, the
yeah,
early
yeah,
pushes.
like a lot of the times we were just waiting them out.
I feel like PopcornPlokkers let no, what am I saying? Was it CHUPAS let PopcornPlokkers set the pace kind of?
Yeah, for sure.
In this round and with the not only in this round but the earlier rounds that we had as well, where the CTs basically go a little bit too offensive. You could see not only a slope several times, but middle and underground, where they basically waited out that first entry frag and then decided what they wanted to do, depending on where they found that entry. So with a lot of freedom, they did that.
Yeah, and it also, like you said, it gives them so much space to work with across the map because it forces the CTs to readjust whatever positions they're holding. Like, so if they've set up a default defense on the B side, for instance, they might have to let go of one of those holds and rotate that guy over towards CPL or something. So it really disrupts the defensive positioning, if you want to play a default round on the CT side. So that is, certainly something that I think we could take into consideration here, as you said.
Let us take a look at what PopcornPlokkers are doing right now. They've got 2 players towards B with the bomb who are going to be going underground.
Wait, this smoke?
A? Is it an
that was
A
a flash.
execute? Could be an A execute. No, the bomb backs off. Sanzin's holding this with the...
that's actually a gnarly team flash right there. They flashed their own guys. Sanzin getting caught out though. Glock's at close range. That rate of fire, but Adam is actually going to open things up with a really clean one-tap. Make that 2. And he followed this up into a 3rd. Getting shot from the side. Doesn't actually end up going down. Farley Booger steps forward and takes him down, but Shinshin is here as well to support. Versus 3 versus USPs. Decent range. Got the headshots now. Not finding the connection. MKN wakes up and Boogie falls down. CHUPAS in control of the pistol round.
Ponkus. What's up? Nothing. You're dead. 9-7 and CHUPAS.
We were just
we were just waiting for something to happen right there. Yeah, you could see Adam. Just the way Adam was dancing on this side right here, the way he deflected or got away from those bullets coming in from the side was just beautiful.
What's so smart about the way he played that as well is that you can see that he's only exposing his shoulder a lot of the time, and he's holding such a close angle that he's forcing the T's in order to go for those headshots. They actually have to expose their own head.
Yeah,
and
it buys a lot of time as well.
Yeah, and it gives him a clean shot pretty much.
Only positives. There's nothing negative about it.
No, I can't really draw. No, can't slag him up for that.
I'm trying to find something desperately here to say how that was such a careless play, reckless.
Oh, he's so reckless. It's just luck, guys.
Yeah, Counter-Strike is basically all random. Doesn't matter.
I actually had that conversation with someone who's like a Hearthstone player. He was like, yeah, well, there are other games that have RNG, like CS. I was like, okay, are you dumb? I think, I'm the kind of person who would say that. So I just straight up called him dumb.
Dumb.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's not like I'm going to top deck an AWP on the first round. Like, you bloody monk.
I don't know. I don't play Hearthstone. But
No.
decks are, I guess, card decks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you top deck, it's like that you draw the card that you need exactly for that round to make like a play. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see now. Obviously, if they can piece something together here. Shinshin has drawn a FAMAS, which
I
is
just
pretty
realized
good.
Shinshin's tag is USH, not USC.
Well, that one completely went by me. They're both here with rifles in hand, jumping up a little bit, spotting out the other three members. He does get another headshot before Desmond and Buggy actually reply with Eagles right there. Pot is readjusting the shot. And he closes things out right there. Not as clean as it could have been, but at least they take the round. Losing only 2 members, 10-7 now. PopcornPlokker very limited in the economy. And it is going to be another pistol round at best for their side. CHUPAS investing a little bit of money right there. You can see a couple of rifles and SMGs being swapped over. Only Glocks this time, only a single P250, so should be a pretty clean and straight up round here for the CT side. But you never know. Sometimes they just step out and you're like, okay, this is insane. You know?
We'll see. They'll get out to the side with an entry at least. Is it going to be much more? Looks like the Glocks are doing worth. POTUS is going to go down. But Bartex doesn't stand a chance. 11-7, 7-11. Plugging it again. We don't have that where I live. We don't have that where I live. Did you know?
Wait, no way, really?
That's true. We had.
You're truly a country bumpkin, Volty.
Yeah. No, it's not. Like we had.
Nah, you are a country bumpkin.
All right, cool. No, I know. Thank you. Thank you for putting that out in front of I don't know how many viewers.
What do you get?
Making
like,
me feel
you
like.
get like 10 kilobytes down, 10 kilobytes up?
Actually, I think Gotland is the. After Kungsbacka and Göteborg, we are the most fiber-friendly place
In Sweden. Is that fair? So what do you get? What speeds do you get?
1,000.
That's sick. 1 gigabyte, guys. That's like unheard of in countries like England.
Yeah, where they only have 50-50 at maximum.
Not even that.
Adam, anyways, with the silenced version of that, Emperor gets Punkus, decides to back off. Great B-hopping. Is he Foon? I don't know. I don't think so. Flashbang. Failing a flashbang. Yeah, he is definitely Foon.
That was a 200 IQ flash, guys.
Yeah.
It's like...
very well thought of.
It's the anti-flash stepping onto 2 men actually holding the angle, so Epoch finds 2 quick headshots with the AK. Adam comes in for the smoke with the HE connection. Nice, so nasty. Bobby's gonna go down, might push the smoke here. He's actually not gonna risk it, instead he's gonna commit to the spray towards the man on slope. Doesn't find the connecting shots, it's all up to Adam. 1v2, he knows where they are. I think the info has been thrown out, but it's about finding them without having the double peek. As the threat goes on through, but he's not gonna win that engagement. Vortex will triumph. 3 kills for Adam, but it's not enough.
That sucks, dude.
No, this was actually really cool.
Yeah,
like
he
steps on through there.
I thought he got the frag with the weapon at first, but then I realized, oh.
The HG comes in. Cool power play from that guy, but a little bit too much. Not stacked against him.
If MKM would have just hit that first shot on the first member.
If only.
If only. It would have been 12-7.
A man can dream.
The American dream? Did you say that?
A man can dream.
A man can
but
dream.
the American dream might also be relevant here. That he wants to
because guns.
He wants to build like a decent life. You know, have enough money to raise a family. How much does he have in his bank actually? Can we check? How much money does MKN have in his bank? He's got $0. Okay, so there's no American dream. He can't raise a family.
Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, he's
no. He can't pay for. Listen, he can't cover healthcare, car insurance, his mortgage. If he has a kid, like good luck sending that kid to college.
Says it with the kill on Epoch right there.
Yeah, that's.
We'll be getting one. He'll have to invest in stocks, I guess, when he gets his first dollars.
Yeah, so like if he gets a kill and gets $300.
Yeah, just put those on stocks instantly.
And hope that there's no like hope there's no crash.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. With the Trump administration, you know, it's so it's super wild.
At least he has a weapon. American dream.
Hey.
11-8 and CHUPAS. I've got MKN holding this off. POTUS is also holding this off with UMP, but I think this crossfire isn't going to be working out unless PopcornPlokker decides to go out quicker. There you have it. Ponkers will just take that one-on-one duel.
Oh my!
Okay, but yeah, they had Shin. I didn't even realize until now.
He was playing on the side. That was pretty brutal actually. Like 2 men stepping out, getting the same angle, or getting like an angle onto the one guy, and then you also had the man pushing all the way over from Palace.
Was he standing on stage?
One was playing in sandwich and one was playing directly on the side.
I guess he was on sandwich.
So you had like one guy in sandwich, one guy on side, and then one guy coming from Palace. So I think we got like even if he gets the one kill,
they'd get sandwiched.
As they converge on his position, it's just like way too much. I have a question for you though, Volty.
What is that question?
Whenever you cast, like, do you look at Twitch chat? Like
I never give a damn. Sorry.
You never look at Twitch chat. Okay. No. I think that's a good thing.
Shin with the UMP. Missing out? I don't know how that happened. He still got the frag, double frag, afterlife frag on Dizon actually. With Adam, the AK-47. Almost going for one. Vortex is ready for it. Go with one. Decides to be hyper aggressive on it, knowing he needs those one-on-one duels, and it's a good way of playing it. He's got that health with the armory as well, but PopcornPlokker comes in from behind, and he does it quick enough to take him out 13-8. CHUPAS are the troopers storming.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I'll actually give you some credit for that one.
Yeah.
Most of the time I just say like, nah, it's terrible.
But I like that kind of charisma that we got going on when we're casting as well. Is that because at the same, because we're having a good time, but not only that, but like we can kind of be harsh against each other with it having some sort of banter behind it.
I think it's important to be able to be in that position where you can take and you can deliver banter in between you and your mates. Because if you're ever in a relationship where if you don't knock down Desmond and then get traded out.
Did he jump it?
Yeah, he did jump it right there. Oh, what the Glocks? The fact that the Glocks are working sometimes is pretty disgusting. PopcornPlokker is going to close things out there very quickly. But I'm going to finish my thought before we jump into the next round. This is going to be probably the final gun round in this game.
But did you see that jump? That was crazy.
I did see that jump. To wrap things up though,
yeah, I get it.
I think it's important to be able to do stuff like that, right? Because sometimes you know you have these interactions where people just can't take a little bit of when you're taking the piss essentially. And any relationship like that, guys, you should seriously reevaluate what kind of relationship that is.
Yeah.
Because if you can't banter with whoever you're working with, especially not when you're doing something like casting.
I just love these words of wisdom coming from Tenshi right now. Because he never follows any of his words of wisdom, so it doesn't. MKN, anyways, with the A1S, going to be going in for the actually, PopcornPlokker on Dizon, pardon me. Epoch with a reply frag on MKN. And PopcornPlokker. Again, a solid read on what's going on behind the smoke. Arm's going to go down as he tries to go for the plant. Sanson is ready with that op, and Adam. I mean, he comes in when he has to come in from behind every single time. And I like that about CHUPAS' way of approaching it now, is that as soon as they realize something very quickly is going on the map, they want to go for a quick execute on the A or the B side. They also have one member on the CT side to push in and kind of get that backline info. And it always works for or at least in backup.
I mean, you're
purposes.
definitely onto something there, man. Because I think that what you're trying to say is that the way they collapse onto the side once the T's pull the trigger on their execution, it looks very concise,
right?
And it's like very decisive. There's not a lot of hesitation.
Right, and that's why you can do those things as CHUPAS right now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So
it allows for them. Oh, Adam, cute, nasty. He was ready.
He's checking it. He's not looking up. He's going to be another second killer for Adam. Why does he get away with this? How do they not punish that?
Dizon didn't even react.
So MKN is going to push slow, but he's going to get the kill right there.
That's another 16-8, I think.
Oh, yeah, it does look like it, man. CHUPAS, convincingly so, crushing through here on Mirage, making it the 2-1 victory coming their way, unless Vortex becomes Scream or something.
Someone
for like 30 seconds. Just one tap.
Or me. You could say Volty.
Nah, Volty's pretty bad, so not Volty. Probably anyone but Volty.
Yeah.
And me, of course, because I'm also terrible. Why do you think we're casting the game, guys?
Yeah,
I'm not
playing. Shin will be finishing it off. Vortex will be going down 16-8, ladies and gentlemen. That is